so this video is on how to make your donut hat look Mokovana. So I don't know how my foam got so dirty, but please don't mind. I just had it rolled up in the closet, and all these markings are from my previous use. I've been using it, so there's a lot of marking on it. If you are about size 22 to 24, you will not be cutting at your exact measurement, okay? For every inch of the foam thickness, you will add 2 inch. So let's say if you are using a 1 inch foam and you are a 24 and head measurement, you will add 2 inches to it. However, this foam board is 2 inches thick, so I will be adding 4 inches to my desired length. And the height, I wanted to be 3 inches, so that's where I measured and made my line. And I just used an Amazon box to put underneath in case my blade go through, and then I cut my bedding. I just wanted to make sure that's safe. So here's my 3 inches wide, and don't mind my line right there. I'll redo my line and I will cut it down. Usually if your foam board is only 1 inch, you will be able to cut all the way through. However, mine is 2 inch, so there's still some parts that are holding on, the threads that are holding on. I will just cut it down, and after that I will just feel around and make sure that it's not too much different in size in the middle part to be evenly cut, so it's not too round, it's not too mushy, bushy, and everything. So now I will be using 2 different kind of fabrics to help out with my hat. So this one is the one that we're gonna put on the hat. Is my interfacing. It's infusible, and the dots here are to adhere to the foam. And the other fabric that I show you guys first is just the one that I will be using to iron on, but that will not be on my hat itself. So now I have already cut enough fabrics to go around my foam. So the other one, I just cut out a little piece to be the surface between my interfacing and my iron. So let me show you guys right here. My black cotton without the dots are just for between my iron and my interfacing. So this is what I'm using. So like this, I just do a few seconds. If it's steamy and hot, I will go back and forth. However, you don't have to. You could just slowly count a few seconds and move it over. So just like how I'm doing right here. A lot of people might do it differently. This is just how I do it, and I'm not a professional, but I'm just showing you guys how I do it in case anyone's interested and bought the same item that I did. I just want to say that whatever fabric that you're using on top, that's how high you will set your iron. For example, I'm using cotton fabric as the middleman, so I am using I turn my iron up to where the cotton is, okay? And then don't worry about any wrinkles in it, because as soon as you bend your foam, it will straighten out a little bit, and plus the middle part will be wrinkly anyway, so don't worry too much about it. So now I will just turn my foam and put my cotton fabric back on and iron everything down so it adheres to my foam nicely. So like this. So I'm gonna just continue to go all the way around. I do it in parts just so it stays nicely. And like I said, when you put the foam together, you meet them, it's gonna be wrinkly anyway, so don't be too hard on yourself if you don't get it nice and smooth. So right here I made a little error, like I did not put my foam in the middle. So now if you guys could see in a little bit, it will be crooked. My interfacing is going to be a little crooked, but it still worked out because I cut the perfect amount for my foam. Okay, so like right here, a part will be right where I want, and one is falling off the edge right here because of how I set my foam while I was ironing it, but it will still work. So I am going to leave a few inches on each side just so I could meet the ends of the foam before ironing everything down. Okay, so any part that you don't like, you could just go ahead and re-iron it down like how I'm doing right here. So now that everything's how I like, I'm going to go ahead and meet the two ends. Usually on this part, before I meet the two ends, I will add another layer of this black interfacing, so nothing below, nothing blue showing, nothing green showing, and everything's all black, okay? So after I do another layer, I will go ahead and meet the two ends. I'm not actually doing another layer of foam today just because I am explaining how to do it just for the sake of this video. I won't have it, but normally I will do another layer of black interfacing, okay? So right here, I'm not using any glue or anything to hold it together. What I'm doing is just meeting the two ends, putting my cotton over it, and then iron it on. So I left extra fabric on each end of my foam just so I could iron it on. So like you guys see right here, after I do one end, I could pull the other side and do the same as well, and it holds on very tight. You do not need to hot glue your foam, you do not need to sew your foam together. All you have to do is meet them at the corner and then iron down your interfacing, and on this side it will have two of the fabric on top of each other holding on to each other, and inside there will be 4 layers, so 2 from each side, so that will be 4. So what I do now is I just put on my cotton fabric and iron everything down, and then fix what I don't like, and then turn it around, do the same thing on this side as well. I'm going to iron everything down like so, and then once I see that it's how I like, I will go ahead and just do the inside, flatten it out a little bit, cut off any excess strings that I don't need. So for this hat, there is no sewing at all, there's no gluing, it's just fabrics and foam, okay? So now I'm going to iron down each layer at a time, each side at a time. So this side will be 2 pieces. So I did the first one, now I'm going to do the second one. So after I do that, I'll flip it around and do the other side. So this side I already did one earlier, so I'm going to just have one to do. So right here I will be ironing it down, and then it's pretty much done after you iron this part down. So as you guys can see, this is pretty much it for your hat. I will just cut out any piece that's not to my liking, like if there's any like thread hanging, I will cut those off. If there's anything that's bushy, I will just go ahead and re-iron it down, or I will sew it down. Like there's some parts that will just not look nice, I will just sew it down to the inner part of the hat, and then we will be all done with our hat. So like right here, let me show you guys what I'm doing. Right here I'm re-ironing parts that I don't really like, and now I will do it on the other side. And after that, I still see there's some pieces that I want to iron down, but if there's like no more adhesive, or if it's not sitting how you like, you could go ahead and just sew it down. That's what I usually do, and sometimes I don't mind doing that because that's the end of the fabric. I don't want nobody ripping it out anyways. So yes, this is it. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me in the comments below. Thank you so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.